watching News 12 live at 5 continues.
A law created after the drowning of a Burke County 4-year-old is now in action. We are breaking down the state's plan in place to protect your child, their instructor, and even you. First, though, we want to give you a live look at radar as our chances for rain start to go up. Riley, it has been dry and cold, but we're looking at that green stuff now. Ooh. I hope it gets warmer before the rain moves in.
I know it. It's going to be a chilly rain for us, unfortunately, but we are going to keep the opportunity for just these light showers pushing through over the next several hours. We can interchange right there, but not live just yet. So stay safe near the interstate. We'll have a look at the rest of the week's forecast in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Riley. With the new year comes the deadline for a statewide plan aimed at helping your child stay safe while learning how to swim. It is in honor of Izzy Scott, a 4-year-old who drowned on the second day of swim lessons at a private pool in Burke County. Our Hallie Turner joins us now in the studio with how the law calls on more restriction and guidance for private swim instruction.
Yeah, these pictures behind me are of a 4-year-old Izzy Scott, and right here before the unthinkable happened, when he drowned, Georgia did not have any regulations on ratios of students and teachers for private lessons, but his death sparked a new fight for private swimming lessons and those regulations. This new plan requires ratios and allows parents to be more involved. The plan lays out requirements that were never in place when Izzy was in swim school. Now there again are teacher-to-student ratios, and here are those regulations for beginner-level children under the age of 6. If they cannot enter the water, float, tread water, there will be one instructor for every 4 students. If the student can do those things, but is still under the age of 6, the ratio changes to 1 teacher for every 6 students, and it continues to change as skills develop and the older the child is. It requires secondary supervision like a lifeguard or a second swim instructor, and CPR certification. But for one mother, the most important requirement on this list is parent participation.
Having the parents there to just ensure safety will help. And then honestly, being able to be involved, I like to be involved. I'm involved in my kid's school. I know about what he's learning on a daily basis so I can continue it at home. And you know, that way when I learn what he's learning about with math, then at home we can work on his math. So if I know what's proper like swimming tactics and safety things he's being taught at his swim lessons, then that's stuff that I can be sure is happening when we go to the pool.
Now, coming up all new tonight on News 12 at 6 o'clock, Haley talks about why this plan is so important for her family, and we hear what the Department of Public Health has to say about these regulations.
All right, thanks for that, Hallie. Former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows is asking a federal appeals court to reconsider. They rejected his request to move his Georgia election interference criminal case to federal court. The request comes after the Court of Appeals ruled his conduct was not related to his official duties in the Trump administration. Moving the case to federal court could allow Meadows to get the charges dismissed altogether by invoking federal immunity. Meadows, Trump, and several others were indicted by Fulton County prosecutors on charges they tried to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Meadows has pleaded not guilty. The new judge handling the fallout of convicted killer Alec Murdaugh will hold a hearing later this month. Murdaugh's lawyers requested a new trial based on allegations the court clerk improperly influenced the jury in the case of his wife and son's murders. That evidentiary hearing is expected to begin January 29th. Jurors and the previous judge, Clifton Newman, might have to testify under oath at that hearing. That hearing is set to take place in Columbia. Also today, an order from the South Carolina Supreme Court stating any new filings for Murdaugh's appeal must be filed with the Supreme Court, not in Colleton County. Augusta's Homeless Task Force is asking for volunteers tonight. It's for the kickoff for their annual point-in-time count. That's from January 22nd through the 31st. They need people from all across the river region to help survey Augusta's homeless population. If you'd like to help out, just hit this flow code on your screen right now. It will take you to our website where we have the sign-up sheet. A state lawmaker is fighting back against what he calls an outdated law that denies Georgia students the Hope Scholarship if they're convicted of a nonviolent drug offense. As reporter Abby Kasoris explains, he is now looking across the aisle for more support.
Warren Hudson is a mentor to
teaching high schoolers life is like a game of chess.
And I think people make mistakes when they're young. I made some mistakes. I was a gang member in my teens. A teacher pulled me to the side, and he corrected me.
In Georgia, if kids under the age of 18 are caught with less than an ounce of marijuana, they face a misdemeanor charge and up to 1 year in jail.
You know, if it's not violence, I think they need to have mercy on them.
State law bans students with a criminal drug conviction from receiving HOPE, a merit-based scholarship that pays for most of college tuition. State Representative Eric Bell authored a bill that could change that.
It's not that they're criminals. They made a mistake.
Bell says minority students are impacted the most. According to the Ford Foundation, Black Americans are 4 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana charges than white Americans. And according to the NAACP, Black Americans make up nearly 30% of all drug-related arrests, despite accounting for only 12.5% of all substance users.
I think it's really time to reform and change the mindset of how we treat people who suffer from addiction.
Hudson says he believes in mercy, forgiveness, and second chances, which is why he supports the bill.
Because if they win, we win. If they lose, we lose. So we are all connected. We all are one.
In Atlanta, I'm Abby Kasouras.
One of the fastest growing counties in the state of Georgia is looking for fire crews to add to the roster. Columbia County Fire Rescue will be holding 2 hiring fairs. It is a chance to give hopefuls a chance to ask about training, job duties, even career advancement. You can tour the station and see all the equipment used when responding to emergency calls. We spoke with Deputy Chief Jimmy Pascal about the push to get more bodies in county fire stations.
Having fulfillment of serving a need for your fellow citizen. Of course, we have benefits, health benefits, retirement benefits, and stuff like that also.
If you're interested, the first hiring fair will be this Saturday from 9 to 2. It's at the Columbia County Fire Rescue Headquarters on DeSoto Drive. The next one will be the same time, same place, coming up January 11th. A South Carolina community coming together to remember a woman killed while serving our country 20 years ago. How she continues to help others when we return. Riley?
And we are keeping an eye on our radar network showing a few light showers across the region. We'll take a look at that and also another system moving in for the weekend just after the break.
He has more than 40 years of experience in law enforcement, but now he's tackling something new, running for Columbia County Sheriff. All new on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we're sitting down with Patrick Clayton to see what he says he'll bring to the table.
Time and temp.
Call Bailey's today.
Is it time to clean your closet? Don't throw out those clothes. Consign them and make money.
I can help with that.
Second time around, the CSRA's oldest and most trusted consignment store is now accepting gently used clothes, shoes, and accessories for the whole family.
We can help with that.
They're also taking in gently used furniture and housewares.
We can help with that.
Come in today and see why local shoppers have been trusting Second Time Around for more than 40 years. Open Monday through Saturday on 3690 Washington Road.
Our First Alert has always given you the edge against severe weather. And now, with our new First Alert radar network, First just got even faster. With up to 10 times the resolution of other local radars and technology that can pinpoint right down to your street, First just got faster.
Hey, Chip, what's the matter?
Man, this is name change is stressing me out.
Everyone will know we still specialize in Medicare.
Yeah, I know that, but what about this?
Are you 64.com?
Ooh, a cold morning, Riley.
Much more on that system towards the end of the show.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Riley. The Georgia Bulldogs closed the book on the 2023 season with a 60-point win over Florida State down in Miami. News 12 Sports Director Dan Booth joins us now to explain why winning the way they did could help them get off to a hot start next season.
Georgia's 63-3 victory over the Seminoles down in Miami is the largest margin of victory in Bowl history, breaking the 58-point mark the Dogs set against TCU in the national championship game last year. Now, when you sit back and you think about how Georgia did not play up to their standard in the SEC championship game against Alabama, it was clear that the Dogs wanted to send a message. By halftime, Georgia was up by so many points that Kirby pulled his starters, plugging in the second, third, and fourth string players, helping the guys lower on the depth chart gain some valuable experience that could carry over into the new year.
A
lot of work and hard work, blood, sweat, and tears for this program, and getting to see them finally get their shine and their opportunities. Like, it's a great thing.
It's a great springboard because we're going into the offseason with momentum. We're ready to work and we're ready to attack the day into the ground.
The expectations here are super high. The standard that we set is super high. So just continuing that, there's so many things that we can improve on going into next year with the 8-9 months that we have in the offseason.
Jalon Walker, Mykel Williams, and Carson Beck will all be playing major roles for the Dogs next season on a team that's expected to once again be in the mix for a national championship.
The cost of living our lives online is going up just about everywhere. I'm Jamie Tucker, coming up which streaming service is raising prices and how you can still watch for free.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, what are you waiting for?
Call George Sink Injury Lawyers at all nines now.
The sooner you call, the sooner they can help.
George Sink Injury Lawyers has the experience to help you get your money faster. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call all nines.
You can see a lot of like your cars are out there actually hydroplaning. I think it's a dangerous situation.
Mom,
She's on her way, bud.
Hey, hon. Nasty out there.
Glad you're home.
Stay safe.
I will. Tell them to save me some.
When others head in, we head out. Dominion Energy.
Okay, Amazon Prime customers, it's going to cost more soon to watch movies and shows on Prime Video. Our consumer tech reporter Jamie Tucker explains.
What the Tech, sponsored by Augusta Preparatory Day School.
One of the best benefits of an Amazon Prime subscription is free movies and TV shows off of Amazon Prime Video. But that's going to cost you extra in 2024 unless you watch commercials. The Amazon price hike is $3 a month on top of the $139 a year Amazon Prime membership. This increase goes into effect January 29th. Subscribers who don't want to pay the extra charge will have to watch commercials before and during movies and shows. Now, Amazon is the latest in a string of services hiking prices. Max will soon charge an extra $1 a month for ad-free. Netflix stopped offering its cheapest ad-free plan and started promoting its ad-supported plan for $7 a month. And Disney raised prices for commercial-free subscribers by $3 a month. Cord cutters are also paying a great deal more than they did just a few years ago for live TV. The most popular streaming service, YouTube TV, raised the price of its cheapest plan by $8 a month, and Hulu with live TV costs $7 more a month than it did this time last year. The no ad version is now $90 a month. If you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, you will need to opt in and pay that extra $2.99 a month or start watching commercials at the end of the month. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
About half of Amazon Prime subscribers pay monthly, which over a year is $180. They'll also pay more for commercial-free TV, which will bring the cost to more than $200 a year. Captain Kimberly Hampton from Easley, South.
Our weekend forecast does look a little bit wet to start off through at least Saturday morning, but Saturday afternoon does look drier than Sunday. Should be beautiful. We'll have a look at the radar for you where we are tracking some showers just after the break.
An important 1-800-673-7570. Call now.
If you're looking for something fun to do with the kids, Riverbank Zoo has more than 60 handcrafted lanterns scattered throughout the zoo. But look at them. I mean, they look like plants and animals. Super cool. They're endangered, extinct, or even just make-believe. The lanterns are 3D. They light up. They interact. You still have a chance to enjoy them, too. They'll be up until January 14th. Okay, that is impressive.
Wow, look at that crab.
I know.
That is cool.
Looks like Tamatoa from, well, a little bit. He needs the sparkly stuff.
Oh, yeah. From Maui, Moana.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I love that movie. And very cool stuff up there at Riverbank Zoo. And we do have better weather to get up to the zoo over the next couple of days. But for this evening, we are tracking some showers on our radar network. Right now, most of this rain is pushing up towards Clarksville Lake. So Wilkes, Lincoln, McCormick County, you're seeing just some light, steady rain. For us here at Augusta, we're mostly dry. But there is going to be the opportunity for some of this rain to move in towards us as we head a little bit later into this evening. So if you are stepping out, I would have the umbrella close by. Temperature is also pretty chilly. Right now we're in the 40s and going to be dropping into the 30s as we get into later tonight. Once we get to around midnight, most of the rain should be out of here, and we're looking to stay dry tomorrow and Friday. Now, we are going to have a couple more systems in the long-term outlook. So system number 2 is going to show up on Saturday. That's going to bring us a little bit better opportunity for some widespread heavier rain, maybe up to an inch of rain possible, but not looking at severe weather or much of a wind threat. Now, system number 3, that's something we're keeping a very close eye on because that is going to be a much stronger system. It's going to have the ability to produce some thunderstorms for us, and it looks like we could actually see some pretty gusty winds over 30 miles an hour at times. And you can see the purple and reddish color for that system that shows up early next week. That's kind of the 2 to 3 inch range, so that's also going to be another heavy rainmaker for us late in this 7-day forecast. Luckily, the next couple of days look beautiful. It is going to be a little bit chilly out there, especially the next couple of mornings. We'll see the 20s again waking up early Friday, and then for that weekend rain, mainly just Saturday morning.
Ooh, as long as it's not 20-something degrees, we'll be A-okay. Thanks, Riley. That's it for News 12 Live at 5. News 12 at 6 o'clock is coming up next. Don't go anywhere.